land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe. Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is our pleasure to welcome you all to Digital Transformation for Rural, Village, and Maritime. We are delighted to welcome everyone to our exceptional event today. We also would like to extend our sincere gratitude and appreciation for all of our virtual keynote and international speakers and the meeting participants. Thank you and welcome all. As the world economy is still being affected by COVID-19, Indonesia encourages all countries to work together to achieve a stronger and more sustainable world recovery. The rise and implementation of digital transformation makes a huge change in society. To produce better recommendations, T20 carried out various series of activities aimed at gathering independent researchers in a scientific meeting, gathering city stakeholders to discuss problems and find solutions to the global pandemic. This event is proudly sponsored by Bhakti Kominfo and West Java government. Singing the national anthem Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have a traditional dance performance. Please enjoy Kecak Dance. Thank you. Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will have now an opening speech from TF2 lead co-chair. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Suhono Supangkat.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency T20 Lead Co-Chair Professor Bambang Permadi Sumantri Brojonegoro is in virtual on-site. His Excellency the Governor of West Java, Dr. Haji Muhammad Ridwan Kamil, in office online. His Excellency Ministry of National Development Planning of the Republic of Indonesia is also in online site, virtual site. His Excellency Ministry of Village Development of Disadvantaged Region and Transmigration of Republic Indonesia is on site. And your Excellencies, all the distinguished speakers and participants, both in physically and also virtually in the world. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to one and all, ladies and gentlemen. Economic recovery, health services, and climate change are three pillars that should be considered during an Indonesian presidential term in G20 this year. Knowing that digitalization is not only used as a tool, but also as an enabler and more rigorously as a transformer. Digital is not a tool, but also enabler and rigorously as a transformer, as our topic today. Making digitalization is needed to be applied on all sectors, region, and layers. The rural digitalization, the village digitalization, and the marine digitalization or maritime digitalization are the current issues being considered this today. Rural and village and also maritime digital transformation is needed because it can help overcome the digital gap by recognizing the different starting point of the rural and villages. As we can see today, the digital gap continues to be our most difficult obstacle to overcome. Meanwhile, Indonesia as a maritime region, we also should not abandon digital transformation in maritime area. Ocean space offers numerous advantages in a variety of areas of human life. Ladies and gentlemen, digitalization is a catalyst in effort to restore every sector, including the economic, environmental, health, and others. However, it cannot be denied that the complexity of the existing problem make digitalization alone not enough to offer solution to the communities. Collaboration, cooperation, and multilateralism are needed to be able to produce a solution to the existing problems. The smarter living lab concept provides a space for collaboration between government, residents, and research institutions to work hand in hand to answer not only the urban problem, but also the rural problems. The village problem and the maritime problem, respectively, digitalization in rural, village, and maritime area very needed nowadays. It is because digitalization of this respective area would be very benefit not only for the government, but also there are many sectors such as tourism, small medium enterprises, industries, and others. This event is a hybrid event, so there are a lot of participants from the virtual, both using video conference and also streamline. We offer with the digital, and this event I really hope will bring such a very insightful discussion that will submit the policy brief at the G20 summit to promote the success of the Indonesian G20 presidency. In this event, we'll discuss several topics. In addition to several keynote, the event which will be held in 2 days will discuss several specific topics related to the digital transformation for rural and maritime areas, such as first, digital transformation for rural and maritime. The second, sustainable development goal, economic, social, environmental recovery for that area. Data-driven. Data is very important for the in a digital transformation, but it's very hard to get all data that represent of our behaviors in all sectors, in small medium enterprise, in our environments, in our maritime area. Every day there are a lot of data move. So how to catch up? Then we can understand what the situation is, what the situation are in rural, in maritime, also in urban. So data-driven is one of our important thing, because data is one of the important in catalyzing transformation. We work based on data. We analyze based on data, and so on and so on. Besides the disruptive technology in AI, machine learning, or in IoT, etc. But how to get the data is one of our challenge in rural and also in another area. And also how to create the meaningful connectivity or meaningful broadband connectivity. Not only how to install, how to build the infrastructure, but also how to adopt, how to deploy. Last week, I tried to deploy sport platform in one municipality in Indonesia. It's not so easy how to deploy and to make adoption to our society. There are people talk about the engineer to set up, to build the software, but when deploy and when the adoption in area, it is very challenges. And also rural economic and small medium development. This both for the actor of the small medium enterprise and also for the user. On the second day, a joint session will also be held to build synergize and collaboration in digital development, which will be a proposed solution for handling a global economic problem, especially in economic, social, environment field with the relevant stakeholder in G20. We also organize 2 side events, including Smarter World Innovation Challenges and Smarter World Living Lab, that this afternoon will be launched softly, because we have a new supporter from Ministry of Education with the Kedai Reka. It's a very contribution with the last minute when we start with for the Smarter World Living Lab. So we try to collaborate how to engagement and how to transform the mindset in our society. Not only technology, but also how to synergize between government, industry, community, and literacy. And also we choose small area in the one in urban in Bandung, the second is in rural in Indramayu, and the third is in maritime or in ocean in Indramayu also. But in this occasion also Bandung will add with the Braga area, Braga Living Lab. We engage in all various sectors, including government, technology, developers, social community, and industry to improve the quality of life. Yesterday, we discussed with the people, authorities from New Capital. We talked about the New Capital movement. The important thing is how to get or to reach the quality of life with the 21 indicator in a New Capital, include green, forest, sustainability, and smart city in New Capital. So we also considering for the New Capital Living Lab. That is all we think. And once again, thank you to West Java Provincial Government, to Bakti Kominfo, and industrial partners who have been supporting this event, as well as all participants present. Recover together, recover stronger, and recover smarter. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, next we will have an opening speech from the T20 lead chair. Please welcome Professor Bambang Brojonegoro, PhD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to everyone. Excellency Bapak Suharso Monoarfa, Minister of Development Planning, Excellency Bapak Abdul Halim Iskandar, Minister of Village, Department of Development of Disadvantaged Regions and Transmigration, Honorable Bapak Ridwan Kamil, Governor of West Java, Honorable Prof. Suhono Supangkat, Lead Co-Chair Task Force 2 of T20 Indonesia, Honorable Dr. Klaus Haider, Head of Department for Rural Development and Digital Innovation, German Federal Ministry of Food and Agriculture, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. COVID-19 pandemic has changed our life in a lot of ways. One of it is how we conduct work and go through its process. It accelerates digital transformation in any sector. Sectors that used to rely on manual operation now start to adopt digitalized process to comply to social distancing regulation. With that, digital transformation for rural, village, and maritime area is highly needed. Digitalization becomes great important as we go through global pandemic to continue to support the economy. To encourage digital transformation and resilience of economy post-COVID-19, it is important to support the digitalization of SMEs and adoption of technologies. It can be done both in urban and rural areas. Adoption of SMEs in rural areas can increase production capacity, production activity, and positively impact local communities' welfare through increasing employment opportunity and household income. Another thing to support digitalization in rural and village area is to implement technologies in agriculture areas. Digitalization in agriculture can solve food problem and ensure sustainability in the food sector. Moreover, digital transformation in agriculture will facilitate cooperation across the value chain, support farmers, and offer opportunities for innovative SMEs. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, big data, robotics, Internet of Things, and blockchain have the potential to make agriculture more efficient, sustainable, and competitive. In maritime area, digitalization can increase competitiveness and enhance operational efficiency. Technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, IoT, and automation are becoming more relevant for maritime transport. Such technologies can be used for weather routing, voyage optimization to manage estimated time arrival, real-time monitoring of vessel performance, and others. However, the problem arises when it comes to digital divide. That's the knowledge and usage gap between those who are digitally connected and those who are not. As such, the role of government to promote digital transformation can take form in improving digital infrastructure, increasing digital usage, enhancing digital skills and inclusion, as well as promoting digital innovation in rural, village, and maritime sectors. It is highly important to invest in small-scale infrastructure and local services to overcome problems such as the last-mile connection. Therefore, the unprecedented support for digital transformation and digital transition can create lasting benefits for the economy and well-being of its people. Thank you very much for the invitation. I wish the event can help to produce a better recommendation in the issues of digital transformation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Well, we are still waiting for our governor to be okay. All right, so honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a welcoming speech from the governor of West Java. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. Ridwan Kamil.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me. We have a side event regarding digital transformation for rural, village, and maritime area. And as you know, the disruption that happened to our life, at least we have 3 disruptions. Disruption number 1 is pandemic disruption. Disruption number 2 is digital disruption. And disruption number 3 is global warming disruptions. In digital disruption, we learn that the issue of digital is not always the domain of urban citizen, but also must connect also to rural people. Therefore, the concept of digital inclusive is very important. Inclusivity in digital translate into how we promote the digital in the rural area. As you know, West Java is the biggest province in Indonesia. We have almost 50 million people, and half of my people live in village and rural area. For the last 3 years, we created what we call digital village, equipping the village with digital infrastructure, educating the village people to learn about digital, and learning using digital to promote and market the product from rural area. If you go to Indramayu, you will learn we're using IoT, Internet of Things, to feed the fish using mobile phone. If you go to Pelabuhan Ratu in Sukabumi, we have an apps to find a fish called Fish Finder, increase the productivity using also these applications. We water the plant, the farm using also mobile phone, and many more. We also give one village one laptop. This laptop is used to market the product. Organized with Shopee, we have a collaboration to give one laptop, one village to 5,000 rural area to make sure every village in West Java will have a connection to e-commerce. Yeah. So combination of digital center in every village, combination of internet access in every village, combination of using mobile phone, IoT as a form of production. This is how West Java translate the digital disruption into action. So hopefully, through this G20 presidency this year, and we have this side event of village and maritime using digital, Indonesia can become the forefront of a country that are ready to use digital with inclusivity, not only in urban area, but also in rural or village area. We are hoping the use of digital technology and the internet in the next 10 to 20 years will accelerate the economy of village in Indonesia. And at the end of the day, this will create more opportunities, more jobs. So no longer the young generation in village, they migrate to cities or urban because of lack of jobs in village. So we are hoping we can create jobs in the village using this digital transformation. Or I say it in Bahasa Indonesia, in the future, the best jobs is tinggal di desa, rezeki kota, bisnis mendunia, more or less. Yeah, we live in the rural village, but we have an urban income and we have a global business. So this vision of living in the rural area, having a city income and global business will only be fulfilled if we have a strong digital presence in our village and our rural area. So hopefully this become the vision to the future, and we are hoping the T20 will also give some insight how the important role of urban and rural youth using digital in this post-pandemic recovery, and how we promote acceleration of technological innovation and digital literacy. And also by having this concept, we can create employment opportunities for youth in rural and village area. And we are hoping the conclusion to this discussion will be given to the summit G20 in Bali and created a common agreement, common goals, that digital is a key to a better future, and digital is a means to democratize also rural and villages not to be left behind. So I think that is more or less my opening remarks, and congratulations for the event. Looking forward for a fruitful discussion and looking forward to have a very strong conclusion and recommendation. Terima kasih banyak. Saya kira itu yang bisa saya sampaikan. Hatur nuhun. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Terima kasih Pak Ridwan Kamil. Kami juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Bakti Kominfo dan pemerintah provinsi karena sudah menjadi sponsor utama acara ini. Kami juga ingin mengucapkan selamat datang kepada Bapak Didi Wahyudi, Kepala Desa Cangkingan dari Indramayu. Selamat datang Bapak. Kami juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih dan selamat datang kepada rekan-rekan perwakilan dari pemerintahan yang ada di hotel ini. Terima kasih. Well, we are still waiting for the Minister of National Development Planning of the Republic of Indonesia to be ready virtually. So while we are waiting, we are going to probably watch some video. Enjoy.
Indonesia is the most beautiful land in the universe.
Baik, terima kasih Bapak Ridwan Kamil. Kami persilakan apabila barangkali Bapak memiliki kesibukan, Bapak boleh atau kami persilakan meninggalkan Zoom. Terima kasih Bapak atas kehadirannya. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue with the first keynote speech from the Minister of National Development Planning of the Republic of Indonesia that will be represented by Dr. Rahmat Mardiana virtually. The stage is yours. Mohon maaf Bapak, kami belum dapat mendengar suara Bapak. Maaf, belum dapat kami dengar Bapak. Mungkin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya.
Ya, sudah.
Siap, terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our Honorable Pak Suhono, Pak Bambang Brojo Nugoro, Pak Ridwan Kamil, and ladies and gentlemen, we hope that we are still healthy and safe today, and thank you for the invitation for us to share about in the opening speech, and we want to share or to focus on the economic transformation process that currently we are trying to pursue our dream, our vision.